The shocking truth behind Rafael Devers and really what is going on in Boston has been revealed by a former teammate, someone as recent as this past spring involved with the Boston Red Sox organization. And Adam Ottavino has went out onto the Trevor May YouTube channel and has spoke about what he believes is going on behind closed doors between Devers and the rest of this Red Sox organization that has resulted in all of this drama in the saga that has been going on for the last 4 to 5 months since as early as before his spring training. I'm here to break down all of the quotes from Adam Ottavino as well as really what this means going forward for this Red Sox organization. We'll break down all of that on this episode of Red Sox Digest, but first, please do remember to subscribe to the channel, as nearly 90% of you guys watching this video are not currently subscribed. We do appreciate the love and support, so thank you guys. But now let's get to it and break down really what is going on with Rafael Devers and an inside look to the Devers situation. And this couldn't come from a better source, as Adam Ottavino was not only a part of this Red Sox organization a handful of years ago, but as well as early as just before spring training and through spring training with this Red Sox organization, where he was then cut in late March by this Red Sox organization. It's unfortunate. I think he'd be a great fit on this Red Sox team and helping out this bullpen, but that is a different conversation for a different day. We're going to cite this YouTube video from Trevor May's podcast, from Trevor May's YouTube channel, I should say, where he had Adam on the channel as well as really a guest, where he asked him questions about the Rafael Devers situation because Adam saw it on a first-hand basis, not only this past spring, but in years past when he was a part of this Red Sox organization. Now, Adam had a lot of really big things to say and a lot of great points to turn out. Now, before we get to those, I want to quickly highlight the videos in the past that we have produced on this channel. Now, this conversation about Devers and the entire saga that has been going on with Rafael Devers has been going on for some time now, and we know that. It started when Bregman was first acquired by the Red Sox, and the conversation was whether or not he was going to play second or third base, and if he plays third, what is going to happen to Devers. We know how that plays out. Bregman goes to third, Devers goes to DH, he puts his heels in the ground, doesn't really want to do it. He quickly then changes his mind, and he's open and willing to do whatever the team needs to allow him to be a successful piece to this Red Sox organization and really allow this team to be successful in its entirety. That went by, a few weeks went by, Devers started very slow to start the MLB season. He has quickly and surely found his groove as he has been absolutely destroying baseballs as of late, and his Baseball Savant page even echoes that once again, based on and even as well as his stats over the last 15 or even 30 days, batting around 280 for the year in entirety. But then Adam Ottavino on the Trevor May YouTube channel, on this YouTube video that will again be cited down below in the description. Please go watch it so you can hear the entirety and the context and the overall tone coming from Adam when discussing this Rafael Devers situation. Adam gave us a lot of good insight, and it has a lot to do how Devers might not be the problem in this situation. Something you've heard on this channel. When the initial conversation of moving Devers from DH to first base, moving him for the second time in a 4-month span to a position he has never played, he has never learned, I threw out the idea that Craig Breslow could be the problem in this entire situation. It's not Cora. It's not Devers. Yes, could you jump on Devers for not being the, quote, team player? He already did it. He moved from third to DH. He didn't want to. He ended up, he bit off, he just did it. He said, all right, fine, I'll do it. I'm not going to be the bad guy in this situation. I dug my heels in. There's no way I'm going to get around this. I'll move to DH, and I'll be the offensive force you guys need me to be and allow Bregman to be an improvement at third base. Then there's conversations that Cora doesn't like the idea of moving Devers to first. That's okay. Then Breslow apparently has a one-on-one with Devers, and that is where shit hit the fan. And that's why I told you guys I think Breslow could be the one at fault for this entire rehashing of a problem with Rafael Devers, and where all this trade conversation even comes from, including Rafael Devers. So my OBS isn't really working with me right now, and so I'm going to read the quote that I presented for you guys because my OBS won't actually show it for you, so just bear with me. Trevor May asked the question as follows. I appreciate him being candid, but has this whole thing surprised you a little bit? It feels like it came out a little bit out of nowhere. At least Rafi hasn't had a reputation saying stuff like he is, saying it with his chest. That is the question presented from Trevor May to Adam, where Adam then responds with this quote. I would say a little bit. Maybe a little less so after I was there in spring training this year. And I felt the vibes were off a little bit with Rafi. And that's the end of the quote from Adam Ottavino. Now, there's a lot to there's a lot to break down here. Adam was obviously a part of this team in spring training. He was then quickly cut on March 23rd. He didn't make it to the MLB season for the Red Sox. But he was still in the locker room. He was still in the clubhouse. He was still a part of this team for a tenure of time. And he witnessed not only the Chaim Bloom era, but as well as a short period of the Breslow era when he was there, obviously, during spring. And obviously the conversations about moving Devers from third to DH were the topic of conversation during spring when Adam was present in the Red Sox organization. And it seems like because of the promises made by Chaim Bloom, as well as the lack of communication coming from Craig Breslow, there's been some major problems in the relationship between the Red Sox organization and Rafael Devers specifically. Now, that's not highlighting Alex Cora. That's more highlighting John Henry as well as Craig Breslow specifically, involving this entire saga and situation going on with Rafael Devers. Now, Devers offensively has been phenomenal, something that we've mentioned earlier in this video. And if you're watching the Red Sox games, you're watching Devers be respected at the plate, working at counts, being worked around in counts, and we're looking for pitches where he can do damage on, and a lot of the time, he's doing damage, hitting extra base hits, whether they be home runs or doubles off the wall, driving in runs, putting his team in a position to be successful offensively, which is all we have been asking for from Devers all season long, because he's been the DH, and he has no responsibility defensively. But now that Breslow has went around Alex Cora in a way and asked him to possibly move from DH once again to then first base, making it a second change in position in less than 4 to 5 months, has really not sat well with Rafael Devers. The quote of, "You told me to leave my glove at home. Don't bring my glove back," was substantial, and it was real. That's something that he was told, something that he believed in, something he accepted in order to be the DH, despite not wanting to, being the team player in order to do so. And now they're at... And let me rephrase that. Craig Breslow is once again doing that. And he's asking him to move once again to not only from DH, but then to learn a brand new position that he's never played before at first base. A very important position. I don't want to slam Breslow because he has put the team that is currently on the diamond there. But he is dancing on very thin ice, in my opinion, because if there is actual concrete trade conversation between Devers, or including Devers and other major organizations in the MLB, it's coming from Breslow. There's no way around it. Adam Ottavino went on to elaborate in this YouTube video, which again, please go watch. It's tagged down below so you can get the entirety of the context and really his overall tone in which he says this. But there's been a lack of communication, and the overall relationship between Craig Breslow and Rafael Devers specifically has been very much diminished due to, the lack of communication, but as well as when there is communication, it's not great. Hey, can you move from third to DH? I don't really want to do that. Cora goes to him. Devers, let's do this. Okay, I'll do it. Breslow goes to him again without Cora. Hey, what about first base? Casas went down. You want to be a team player again? You want to move to first base? After Cora on multiple publicly... I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. Cora on WEEI in Boston. I don't like the idea. I don't think we're going to have that conversation of Devers moving to first base. I don't think it's something that we're going to do. On other radio shows, as well as other podcasts and whatever it may have been in post-game press conferences, pre-game press conferences, shutting it down. I don't like the idea of Devers possibly moving to first base. It's a new position. I don't believe it'd be something that that Rafael Devers or the Red Sox would greatly benefit from, especially early on in the attempt. And then Breslow goes on there and has a conversation with Devers, and he proposes the idea that he could be the first baseman for the Red Sox. And Devers is sitting there like, you just told me to put my glove away. You asked me to be a team player, move from my designated position of third base to now being a designated hitter and having no responsibility defensively despite me wanting to accept that challenge. And now you want me to go learn a brand new position that is substantially important while also juggling the offensive production while learning a new position I've never played before. At what point are we going to draw the line where I'm just being used as a mule rather than just being considered a team player? I have a big problem with Breslow. I have a big problem with Breslow. Now, Adam Ottavino has been in a lot of clubhouses. He's been around the league. He's been in this league for a long, long time. He's an experienced veteran who has a lot of credibility. He does. Now, is he going to be a broadcaster? Is he going to be an MLB analyst later in his career? We'll only know. Like, we have to see whether or not that's something he wants to do. But I can tell you right now, as someone who can speak on an organization, from being in that organization more than once, especially as recent as Adam has been, he's credible. He's extremely credible. And to say that things are uneasy, to say that the relationship and the overall communication between Breslow and Devers might be diminished and not at the level in which it probably should be from someone with Breslow's position, it's a problem. Breslow, and this is something, again, I don't have the exact quote. I'm going to paraphrase just ever so slightly. But Adam Ottavino goes out to throw out the idea that maybe that Breslow's overall communication skills and abilities with these other big-name players involved in his organization that he is currently running in the Boston Red Sox should probably improve, at least some form of slight, just to improve the abilities to maintain these big-name players like Rafael Devers. So there isn't these blockbuster trade proposals in order to move a disgruntled all-star out of Boston. I can't even wrap my head around the idea of moving Rafael Devers. There's no reason they should. He's a third baseman who's playing DH right now after he didn't want to. He did it willingly. He said, you know what, I'll do it to be a team player. Then you approach him again. After Cora says no, and Cora shuts down the idea of even liking it, Craig Breslow goes behind his back and asks him, and he starts a whole nother saga. I think Breslow's severely in the wrong here. I think Adam Ottavino highlights that in multiple different points in this YouTube video, which again I will tag down below. Please go watch it, and it gives you a lot of good perspective. We highlighted that one, the verbatim quote where we cited the question presented by Trevor May as well as the answer from Adam Ottavino. But again, the idea is the same. Breslow might be the one at fault for all of the drama and speculation going on involving Rafael Devers and this Boston Red Sox organization. Let me know down below, who are you blaming? Is it Devers? Is it Cora? Is it Craig Breslow? I would love to know how Red Sox Nation really feels about it in the sense of who they want to place the blame on for all of this drama and speculation, this overall saga that has really taken over all of the limelight in this early stage of the MLB season for the Boston Red Sox. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next one.